Hello!
My fair lady!
Kim, a question for you quickly. Who is marrying me? I see Lisa Bling Rose said something about they're coming to my wedding. Yeah. Have you been following? I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, you're getting married.
I'm getting married
on
when?
the 20th, right?
I am?
January the 20th.
January 20th, I'm getting
Saturday,
married.
Right.
Saturday.
That's what we're flying out for,
yes.
remember?
Yes, on Shabbos.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you guys, but you're marrying each other.
I'm marrying Lisa.
Whoa.
Because you're tag teaming the cleaning and people love the teamwork.
Squeeze and I are getting married.
No.
Yes. Yes.
People will take that clip and use it.
People will use that clip and use it. And then all of a sudden,
Listen, we're not on that team.
This will go viral around that.
Yeah, I'm not on that team. There's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that team.
But I'm not on that team.
You don't want to be traded to the team.
No, I don't want to be traded to that team. I don't want to be on that.
There's nothing wrong with the team.
Yeah.
Let's move along.
Just say.
Okay.
Just disclaiming.
Alicia wants to know, my friend's green card expired some years ago, but she came back. She went back home. Could she reapply for her green card?
She can, but she can't get the old green card back if she's been home for a year. Someone has to start all over from fresh.
Rosie Boo says, what if my I-551 stamp expired on the 28th of February? Is it safe to travel to Jamaica and be back before it expires, or am I going to have a problem re-entering?
As long as you're back before it expires, you're okay. And make sure your passport's valid for 6 months.
Antoinette says, if someone files for bankruptcy, can that affect them for filing for citizenship and filing for a spouse?
No.
Nope.
Squeeze with the answer.
Because
you never answer.
Because I know USA Credit Repair handles a lot of bankruptcy also.
You do?
Yeah, but I also work with this entity called the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein in the capacity of marketing.
Right. We also do bankruptcy here.
And I know
Carmela
that you also do bankruptcy.
Yeah,
so
Carmela
I know the
does it.
connection
Yes.
because clients of USA Credit Repair are also clients of the Law Offices of Spar and Bernstein. So I do know a little thing, a lot.
I think that's the first immigration question I've ever heard Squeeze answer,
Yes.
even if it does overlap with USA Credit. Wonderfully Made asks, I came on a K-1 visa, but it was annoying, and I'm presently married to someone else, but they can't file for me because I came on a K-1 visa, so I'm deciding to go back home. Is that okay for me? I'm presently 7 months pregnant.
Okay. Did you ever marry the man that you came here to marry?
It doesn't seem like it.
If she did, then she can adjust her status as long as the man gave an affidavit of support. She can adjust her status. However, if she never married him, she should marry the man that she is, I guess she's pregnant with his child, and file an I-130, do a provisional waiver, go home and come back. That's what I think. Unless she hasn't overstayed by more than 180 days, then just go home.
Chris Anthony asks, I filed my papers in October and got my work permit in December, and now I have my green card interview on February 14th. What I want to know is, are they going to separate me and my wife, and what should I expect? Also, after I get my green card, how long is it going to take for me to get my daughter here?
They shouldn't separate you, but it's always a possibility. They usually separate you on a second interview, but it's always possible. Sometimes you see they separate you on a first interview. You should expect to be asked questions about your living arrangements, very personal questions about how you live, how you met, and how you do your day-to-day activities to determine whether or not you're sharing the same life.
Candy asks, after filing an I-130 and when immigration does the background check, what exactly do they look for? Do they check for information that you put on a visa application 12 years ago?
Yes, they do. Better be consistent.
Okay. And do they check fingerprints for criminal records only?
Nope.
Dwight asks, I have a question. My I-751 waiver is
They also check your
processed.
social media, even if you have it private.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you remember our TMI segment?
Yes, absolutely.
You got to raise yourself, by the way, Kim. We're much taller than you. There you go.
Well,
there you go.
There you
go. Yeah, much better now. My sense of proportion is in much better position now.
Well, I don't want your sense of proportion.
One of the things we talked about, Squeeze. One of the things we talked about is like right now, just so I want everyone to know, Squeeze is not playing video games on his phone.
No, I'm not.
He's sharing this with everybody. So we had talked about when you're sharing, and you're doing your thing, I don't want it to look like you're playing video games. It should just be the two of us.
But, they should split the screen.
Of course.
And then keep an eye on me so when my head comes up.
Of course. But we have to direct as we go along. Yeah, Kim, let's continue.
Candy asks for a friend. If an adult enters the USA 10 years ago without being inspected, they have no I-94. She's gotten married to a green card holder. Can she obtain a green card even though she entered the U.S. illegally? She has nothing to prove how she came here. Does it make a difference?
She can get a green card, but she's going to need a provisional waiver.
Elect Lady wants to know, my friend came to the U.S. 27 years ago and lost her I-94. She tried searching on CBP to find her entry, but there's no record found. What's the next step to obtain the I-94 so that her of-age citizen can file her I-130 petition?
She did a CBP FOIA and it wasn't found, then she has to appeal that. Usually when you do a CBP FOIA, they don't look very closely. You should also do an I-102 for replacement I-94. You should also do a Freedom of Information Act request through USCIS and see what they have there as well. There's 3 different entities that may have a legal entry for you.
Stacey Ann says, after filing for citizenship, can a person travel in the case of an emergency?
Yes. You can still travel in case there's no emergencies. Just don't stay out for more than 6 months.
Guinevere asks.
Gotta clear my throat.
Yeah.
Guinevere asks, where can you view your waiver for a person who has a felony offense, non-violent, non-drug related?
Where can you view your waiver? You can't view your waiver. What kind of question is that? You either get a waiver or you don't, and if you're not sure if you got a waiver, then you do a FOIA.
You probably did.
But there's no view a waiver. There's no www.viewmywaiver.com. That doesn't
There feels like a niche there, though, Brad.
Right. So it's missing. There should be www.viewmywaiver.com, but it just doesn't exist.
Anthony wants to know, how long does it take to become a citizen?
It takes about 9 months.
Dane asks, when applying for SIJ, does guardian and child have to live together or not necessarily?
Yes, because you are the guardian. You're not the absentee guardian. You are the guardian. By the way, Squeeze, we are at 223 views right now. And we need to get to 270. I hope you're working your little fingers off there, sharing this with your friends and family.
Why are you so concerned about me and my fingers?
I'm concerned because I see you typing away there as I'm answering the questions.
The language used by me at the DACA meeting was tough, but this was not the language used. What was really tough was the outlandish proposal made a big setback for DACA.
No, Trump, you said it. You're a racist. BS. All right, let's continue.
Never said anything about derogatory about Haitians and other than Haiti.
Yeah,
it's obviously a very poor troubled country.
Trump, you did say it.
Never said take them out.
You did say it.
Made up by the Dems. I have a wonderful relationship with the Haitians. Probably should record future meetings. Unfortunately, no trust.
By the way, your Trump imitation's terrible. Were you trying to imitate Trump?
And we're getting to 227
Are you
now?
trying to imitate him? Because that was terrible.
It was terrible.
Right.
But anyway, right.
Black Trump. BT, I'm going to call you. Hey, BT, what's up?
No. And Trump and myself is not synonymous in
not
any
synonymous
way, shape,
anymore.
or form.
All right. Kim, what else you got? Let's go quickly. Squeeze, get back to sharing.
Thank you, Trump. Thank you, man. You sounded like him for a minute there.
Yeah.
Just put on that orange wig.
Uzamano would like to know, I just got granted asylum and now I need a travel document.
I think we just talked to him, but he can get he can get a refugee travel document on I-131. He's going to come in and see us. We'll help him with that.
Stephanie says, when do you think they'll make an announcer decision on Sessions versus Dida Maya?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Chris Anthony has a follow-up question about whether when he goes to the interview with his wife. What if I don't have my original copy of my birth paper because it's in Jamaica? I only have a copy.
Get the original.
Is that going to be a problem?
Send someone in Jamaica to go get it and send it up to you. It's a problem. You need the original.
Amy wants to know, my cousin had her parole in place approved, which only lasts 1 year. She submitted her affidavit of support packet already, but she's worried that that interview comes in after the year expires for the PIP. Would she have to
What's
renew
the
her
PIP?
parole in place?
Thank you very much.
Would she have to renew
No,
it?
you don't need to renew the parole in place. You just need it to adjust your status.
Candy is asking, how old can you be before filing for a parent?
21.
Janet wants to know if you have a priority date of October 2016. Can you say where they've reached up to now?
They are up to what is the priority date for what for unmarried children of U.S. citizens? March 15th, 2011. For unmarried sons or daughters of permanent residents, December 1st, 2010. Married children of U.S. citizens, October 8th, 2005. Brothers and sisters of U.S. citizens, June 22nd, 2004. That does not include China, India, Mexico, Philippines that have their own waiting list.
Thank you. Wants to know, my first interview with the immigration, and my husband and I didn't answer some of the questions correctly, and now we don't have faith. If they deny us, what can we do?
You're going to be put in deportation. If you live together, there's no reason why you shouldn't get the answers right if you are prepared properly. If you are not living together, you got a problem from day one.
Dwight wants to know, my I-751 waiver has been processing. Can I travel out of the country, and are they going to give me an extension?
Your what was processing?
I-751 waiver?
Yes, you can travel out of the country as long as you have an extension for 1 year. If the extension is over, you can always get a stamp in your passport. They will not give you a problem coming back.
Carla asks, my online status shows that my application was transferred to a different USCIS field office for review. Is that normal, or should I be worried?
Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. They sometimes transfer work from service centers that are very busy to service centers that have less applications. Kind of like even the playing field.
Eleanor wants to know, I came here as an H-2B visa and it expired. I have a 9-year-old U.S. citizen daughter. My lawyer says there is no way for me to have status unless I get married. Is that true?
Maybe. I would have to have a consultation with you.
Jenny asks, my father's lived...
I don't know. I do
It's
know.
fair.
I do know after I meet with you, but all I know about you is you have a 9-year-old daughter. Can I get a green card? I don't know.
Right.
Come say it.
Jenny asks, my father is living in the U.S. and he's an American citizen. He put in for me since 2007. I am married and I have a 20-year-old daughter. I want to know if she has any chance to get her green card.
Depends. There's something called the Child Status Protection Act. It depends on how long the I-130 took. So, for example, if it took 2 or 3 years for the I-130 to get approved, she may have a chance, because then they'll give it to about age 24. If it took 3 days for the I-130 to get approved, she's not going to have much of a chance, because once she turns 21, she's going to fall off the case.
Philip wants to know, my mom filed for me and my daughter when we came to America last year, but at the time of the filing, my son wasn't born yet, so he wasn't filed for. But I remember writing his name on one of the forms I signed up for before I went to the embassy. How do I get my son here?
Who was the petitioner? U.S. citizen husband?
No, the son's grandmother, technically. See what I'm saying? So the guy asking the question, his mom filed for him,
Okay, so
and
then
he wants to find out.
the child would be following to join. You got to contact the U.S. Embassy, or come see us, and we'll contact them for you. It's a following to join case.
Mans wants to know, I'm a U.S. citizen and would like to file for my brother who's here illegally. He was put on an immigration hold after serving 1 month in jail.
Before you do anything, if they're on an immigration hold, you should not be filing F4 petitions for your brother. That'll take 15 years, because it sounds like he'll be deported well before that. Let the brother come in and let's figure that one out.
Pledge asks, if you're not a green card holder and you're working without a tax ID and you're not being paid for a month, you're working with a special child, which the government is responsible financially, what can one do to get the money he or she has worked for without getting into trouble?
Who's supposed to be paying you?
It seems like it's some sort of nanny situation.
Then let them come and see us so
something.
we can sort it out. Who's the responsible party to pay you?
Min Jen wants to know, if I'm a master's student in the United States, how long of a period before I can apply for citizenship?
Do you have a green card?
He's here as a student.
All right, so you got to get a green card first before you become a citizen. So the question is, how are you going to get a green card? I don't know. Come make an appointment.
Natasha asks, I've been waiting on my green card since filing in 2014, but I have heard nothing yet, and they have not given me any info. What can I do?
Who's filing for you, Natasha?
Who's filing for you, Natasha?
Who's filing for you, Natasha?
Do I ask? I came on a ship, I ran off, and now I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
Ran
What's
off. File the I-130 provisional waiver. You're going to go home and come back.
Yeah.
And then your ship will have arrived because you will have a green card.
I was going to say, wouldn't he have swam off so much as run off?
No, you run off because the ship comes to shore and they give you ship shore leave, whatever it may be, and he didn't go back and join the ship.
Shore leave.
The ship left and he stayed.
Shine asks, the spouse came to the U.S. in 2014. They lived together for a couple of months, and then he left. Then they filed for the removal of conditions. Now, 3 years later, they are living together, but have no bank account or anything together in both names.
You better start doing something fast.
Very fast.
You're living together. Go open up a bank account. Go do things in your own name. Go prove it's a real marriage. Let's get it together, people.
Let's get it together.
Let's get it together, people.
Not enough Boy Scouts. We need readiness
Yes.
all the time. Clive asks, good afternoon, guys. My receipt date's 1/11/2017. I did my biometric in February, have not heard anything back. It's been almost a year. Is this normal?
What are you doing? Is this a marriage case? I don't know what they're doing. They got to be a little more specific. Assuming if it's a marriage case, they should have gotten through already and they should call me. I'm assuming it's a marriage case, but maybe it's not.
Leal has a tough situation. She was recently traveling to a different state and got caught by immigration. She spent a night in a holding cell, and then they sent her back to New York with a court date from a field officer, and she has a tracking device on her foot. She's married, but she filed for divorce December of last year and has a son. Her husband was abusive to her. Should she get a lawyer, or does she go in, or does she wait until the court date?
Okay, all right. Squeeze. Can we join Squeeze in here a second? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me ask you a question, Squeeze. Mm-hmm. You get arrested by immigration. Mm-hmm. Okay. They put a tracking device on your leg. Mm-hmm. Okay. You're getting a divorce. You're an abused spouse, and you're wondering, do I need a lawyer, or should I just wait to go to court and let them deport me?
I'll just wait to go to court and let them deport me. That's what I do.
That's what you would do.
I just wait and go to court.
Wait to go to court and let them deport you.
I would just do the smart thing.
Squeeze says to go to court.
I just do the smart thing and just go to court and just wait for them to deport. That's a very smart thing.
Squeeze says go to court and let them deport.
Yeah, right.
Go to court and let them deport.
Right.
Kim, what is your thought on this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm actually going to have to respectfully disagree with Squeeze.
You're going to respectfully disagree with
my sarcastic answer, right?
About 8 steps ago.
Okay, so now I got to break the tie. Mm-hmm. Squeeze says go to court and you should get the port, which like Jackie Childs, right?
Did I tell you to rub cream on it? I didn't tell you to rub cream on it.
Kim says call a lawyer. I would say, I know Squeeze is being sarcastic, 99.9% of the people out there would say, what are you waiting for, lady? Call a lawyer.
Call a damn lawyer.
Call a damn lawyer.
Anyway, we got to wrap the show up, man.
What else you got? Let's go quickly.
Wilby says, Brad is the best immigration lawyer in the world.
I
can testify to that because I've seen him work, and he saved my friend from deportation after she was here for over 15 years and had paid over $8,000 to other lawyers who did nothing. But eventually, Brad got on the case and saved her from deportation. So I had to throw that one in there.
Thank you.
Rohandre wants to know, can you use a work permit as a form of identification to travel from state to state, or do you need a state ID?
No, the work permit's fine.
Narcos wants to know, if you overstay on a visa and get married, can you still get papers?
Yes.
Tanisha says, my husband filed for my son in Jamaica. He's 14. His application was approved on October 3rd. When will we stay? When should we expect to get stuff from immigration? My husband is a citizen.
Well, I assume your son's in another country. You should be hearing from the National Visa Center within days. If you don't hear by mid-February, call me.
McDuff says, my older sister filed for my older brother and the family after the interview at the embassy in Nigeria. They were told to come pick up their visa, but later that same day, they said they shouldn't come there because of an administrative process going on, and later denied, saying that my brother was trying to smuggle a child into the country.
Trump! Screwing everybody over. Call us.
Yep.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
We're not done.
I am done.
Let's continue quickly. It's the show that never ends. We got to finish everybody's questions, Squeeze.
We can go on until kingdom
Let's
come.
go. Continue.
The actual last comment that I have is Munchie Daily, who wants to say that USA Credit Repair has raised her credit by 67 points.
But Squeeze wouldn't have heard that had he just ended.
Brad, I hear it every day.
All right.
Check the reviews.
Now Squeeze wants to continue.
No. I hear it every. I said I was going to get off and speak with people. People are texting me saying,
All right,
I thought you were going to speak with us.
We are. You are. You're going to speak to everybody.
I'm going to speak with every single person that calls USA
And we
Credit
are
Repair.
all wrapped up.